Hi there. Are you looking for the best underrated iOS games for your iPhone or iPad? Then here are some 15 best underrated games that you can find. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe because it means a lot. Downwell is a simple yet addictive mobile game that you play as a character who jumps down a deep, dark well, filled with enemies and obstacles. Armed with a unique pair of gun boots, you can shoot enemies below while trying to collect gems and items along the way. As for the experience, Downwell has retro-style graphics, which give it a nostalgic arcade feel. The gameplay is smooth, and the combination of platforming and shooting keeps things exciting.
Health restored. Human rescue.
Skyforce Reloaded is an action-packed mobile game in which you control a powerful aircraft, taking on waves of enemies, collecting power-ups, and upgrading your plane with better weapons and defenses. The gameplay experience in Skyforce Reloaded is both challenging and rewarding. You can upgrade your ship with different weapons, shields, and abilities, allowing you to customize how you play. OneBit Adventure is a simple and fun mobile game in which you explore endless dungeons, fight monsters, and level up your character. It's a turn-based game, meaning every move you make counts, and the goal is to survive as long as possible. The gameplay experience is easy to get into, but also challenging. As you travel through the dungeons, you collect loot, unlock abilities, and find health potions to keep going. The game has a pixel art style, which gives it a charming retro feel. World Flipper is an exciting mobile game in which you use pinball mechanics to fight enemies, defeat bosses, and progress through different worlds. Instead of just hitting a ball, your characters are launched as the ball, bouncing around the screen to attack enemies and collect power-ups. The gameplay is easy to pick up, but it has a lot of depth. You can collect and upgrade different characters, each with special abilities that help you during battles. Dadish is a charming platformer game that you play as Dadish, a radish who is on a mission to rescue his lost children. As you jump and run through colorful levels, you'll encounter various enemies, tricky obstacles, and unique challenges. The gameplay is straightforward and accessible, perfect for players of all ages. You control Dadish as he runs, jumps, and bounces off platforms while avoiding foes like evil vegetables and spikes. Tiny Bubbles is a beautiful and relaxing puzzle game in which you pop, match, and fill colorful bubbles to solve different puzzles. Each level presents you with a group of bubbles, and you need to combine or pop them in the right way to complete the challenge. The gameplay is easy to pick up, but it gets more challenging as you advance. To clear the screen, you can fill bubbles with color, match groups, and chain reactions. Isle of Arrows is a strategy-based tower defense game in which you build towers and defend your floating island from waves of enemies. What makes it unique is that each level is like a puzzle. You place your defenses on tiles, and as the game progresses, you get more tiles to expand your island. The gameplay experience is both strategic and creative. You need to carefully plan where to place your towers, roads, and other tiles to create a strong defense. The game is easy to start, but as you progress, it becomes more difficult with tougher enemies and tricky layouts. Galaxy Trucker is a fun and chaotic space adventure game that you play as a space trucker who builds a spaceship from random parts and then races against opponents through dangerous space routes. The gameplay is divided into two main phases. First, you quickly assemble your spaceship from a variety of parts, like engines, shields, and cargo holds, trying to make it as strong and balanced as possible. After building, you race through space, dealing with obstacles and hoping your ship survives. Inks is a beautifully designed pinball game that combines classic pinball mechanics with a creative twist. Every time your ball hits the bumpers or targets, it splashes vibrant colors across the screen, creating a unique piece of art with each game. The gameplay is straightforward. Like traditional pinball, you launch the ball and control the flippers to keep it in play. But as the ball bounces around, it leaves colorful trails and splashes, turning each level into a living painting. Dungreed is an action-packed dungeon crawler that you play as an adventurer who must explore randomly generated dungeons, defeat monsters, and rescue villagers. The goal is to progress as far as you can, gathering loot and unlocking new weapons, skills, and abilities along the way. The gameplay is fast-paced, combining action, platforming, and exploration. You can use a variety of weapons like swords, guns, and magic to fight different types of enemies. Juicy Realm is a colorful and action-packed roguelike game in which you enter a strange world where fruits have evolved into dangerous creatures. As a brave explorer, your mission is to battle through various levels, defeat these fruit monsters, and collect powerful weapons and items. The gameplay is fun and challenging. You pick a character and dive into randomly generated levels, where you'll fight waves of enemies, gather loot, and unlock upgrades.
"面前就是目标别墅了，我们这次的任务是要在里面找到暗区情报带回去，开始行动。"
Arena Breakout is an intense first-person shooter mobile game in which you enter a battlefield where your goal is to survive, collect valuable loot, and escape before enemies take you down. What sets it apart is its tactical and realistic combat experience, where every move you make matters. The gameplay is thrilling and immersive. You start by choosing your loadout, then enter a combat zone filled with both enemy players and AI-controlled foes. You need to gather weapons, gear, and other resources while staying alive.
Wow, you are very smart. Now, ride this lift and go through the portal.
Dere Vengeance is a unique and thrilling platformer game in which you step into a dark and mysterious world filled with challenging levels, creepy enemies, and hidden secrets. You play as a character trying to uncover the truth behind a haunting story. And the game mixes horror elements with classic platforming action. The gameplay combines fast-paced platforming with a spooky atmosphere. You'll need to navigate tricky levels filled with obstacles and traps, while avoiding enemies that can jump out at any moment. Cavern is a retro-style dungeon crawler in which you explore dark caverns filled with dangerous monsters, traps, and treasures. The goal is to survive as long as possible while navigating through randomly generated levels. The gameplay focuses on exploration, combat, and strategy. You'll find weapons, potions, and other helpful items as you journey deeper into the caverns. Along the way, you'll face tough enemies that require quick thinking and smart use of your resources. Time Locker is an innovative arcade shooter in which you control a character moving through an abstract world filled with enemies. The twist is that everything in the game, enemies, bullets, and obstacles, moves at the same speed as you. If you stop, time freezes, giving you a chance to plan your next move. You control your character by swiping on the screen, and the goal is to move forward while shooting down enemies and avoiding their attacks. Which iOS underrated games did you like the most? Let us know in the comments. Also, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you until next time.